kule East nje lokhu ifakwa khona phana ekutheni uDakamela ngobunyanga bakhe ngobuqhawe bakhe wayekhokhela futhi ibutho lebabambene lalilalwayo izimpi leziyana but bathi wadlala indima enkulu eChangani phana wadlala indima enkulu ekuthini inkosi loBhengula sehlaselwa ngamabhunu.
All right, Africa, it's another beautiful morning here in South Africa. It's afternoon time, but in the US, it's morning time. And I want to sincerely welcome everyone to another beautiful day on the African Portal Radio TV International. The beautiful thing that is coming up today, guess what? Latoya Walker is back on the African Portal Radio TV International. So if you are connecting to this broadcast right now, please share this program. Let it go viral. The more you share it, the more you give it opportunity to go viral. Latoya is back, and it's going to be a great conversation as we have a lot of things we need to unpack, especially the protest is going on in South Africa. Today is the 30th of June. 2026, as you know, is the day that South Africa have chosen that they are going to protest against illegal immigrants in their country. Everyone have the right to protest, but everyone don't have the right to arrest others. So let's do everything according to law. Let's do everything within the frame of law. Let's also have the good time together. And I'm so excited to see some family having a very good time today. South Africans go to the park and enjoy themselves while others are running up and down on the streets singing Amba Ambe. So let's get to the business of the day. Let me open the studio to welcome one of our very own, one of the great women doing great across the globe, especially in Africa. Let me welcome Latoya Walker back to the African Portal Radio TV International. Latoya Walker, I'm so excited that you are part of the great team of the African Portal Radio. I can see your face. Can you see me? So
I can see. I don't know why.
Okay, let's see. Let's check what's going on. Okay, your camera is on. Let's see what's going on. Let's try it again. So a lot of people are so excited about it. Why? Because you are one of the great people that believe so much in this vision. And in the time such as this, we decide to also put you on the spotlight. For some reason, your line is not open. Your camera, can you log out and log in again? Let's try it again. Log out and log in again. So a lot of people will be so excited to see Latoya Walker back on the African Portal Radio TV International. But remember that African Portal, we are the voice of Africa. We believe so much in this continent, Africa, and we believe in the unity of Africa. We believe so much that Africa, we can do it when we unite ourselves. And what we are calling for is for us to be united, is for us to do things together, is for us to empower ourselves, is for us to believe in ourselves. It will be very unprofessional of us to divide against ourselves, because that is the plan of the Western to destroy this continent. They have to divide us to rule us, and don't let that ideology, don't let it be in continuity. Let's fight against that. Don't let us divide. If we have misunderstanding within ourselves, let's find a common ground to find solution to it. Nobody supports crime. Nobody supports abuse in our continent. Anyone do that needs to face the law. But at the same time, what's uniting us is stronger than what is dividing us. Love is stronger than the hatred. So let's rather promote the love instead of the hatred. Let's love ourselves. Let's believe in ourselves. Let's celebrate ourselves. Let's see good in ourselves. And that will take this continent far. And that is exactly what this broadcast is all about this hour. So I'm so excited to also let you know that Latoya Walker will be joining us all the way from the United States of America. She is part of this house, and we have been coming for a very, very, very long journey. And she's here with us in the studio that we are going to be having the conversation. I think the line is just giving us problem, but I believe she's coming back. She's going to join us very soon. So let's have this conversation around the development of our continent, the believing in our continent, and also the celebrating ourselves. And also, let's believe so much in the great things that God is going to do in this
There you
great
go.
continent. I'm so excited to get you back here on the African Portal Radio
Thank you.
TV International. The name change is Latoya Mari. I call you Latoya
That's my
Walker.
middle name. Yeah, look, Walker is still fine.
Okay.
It's just my
All
middle
right,
name.
beautiful.
Sorry.
All right. I'm so excited to see you back on the African Portal Radio.
I'm excited to be here, Josh. Thank you so much for inviting me. I really miss you guys. really miss getting on here speaking, and I will be here moving forward.
Indeed. A lot of people will be connecting with us as well that will be listening to us, watching what we are doing right here on the African Portal. A lot of people will also be asking one or two questions about what you are doing currently and the achievements so far. I mean, you are a motivational speaker and also one of the author that is doing well in the across the globe. So let me allow you to introduce to those that's meeting you for the first time. Kindly
Well,
introduce yourself to the listeners.
my name is Latoya Walker, and I am a motivational speaker and author here in the U.S. I currently reside in Texas, actually the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I am a business owner and a mother of four, along with three grandchildren. And my mission is to draw people closer to God and just let people know that they're loved and who God is and what He stands for. And that's basically it. Just loving on God.
Okay, lovely, lovely. Latoya, let's get to what you have already achieved. You have wrote some books and you have talked about the things that is happening across the globe. Let's talk about your book. Let's talk about how it's
Yeah,
doing.
so I do have a book. I have a book. It's called Slave on the Throne. You can actually order it at Amazon. And this book is actually about a a girl who was sold into slavery, but she was a queen. So she regains her throne. She goes back to Africa, and regains her throne as a queen. But she was sold into slavery. Actually, she was sold by her own brother, um, and she was a slave in the United States. But she goes back to Africa where she becomes a queen. It's a really good book. It's on Amazon. So that is again, it's called Slave on the Throne.
All right. So everyone joining us, that is another book that you need to look out for as we are here on the African Portal. You know, one of the things we do is to promote what is also available in our space and also what is available across the globe. So Latoya, let's get to the what we are discussing behind the scene. Let's look at the progress so far with projects you have in Africa and the one you have in the United States. Are you making progress?
I am making progress slowly but surely. It's all on God's timing. I am working on a project in Africa where I'm working with the school, helping children. Um, and I've been working on that for about a year. I did get another invitation with a project in Kenya that I'll be working on, and that's also with the school. So um, it's going very well. No complaints. The kids are doing good. I meet with them like once a month, probably on Zoom, maybe every 2 weeks, where we pray and the um, the owner of the school shows me the progress of what the kids are doing. So it's a really good program.
Wow. All right. The project in Kenya, what is the progress? I mean, report you can give to us about your project in Kenya.
Well, that's actually starting now. It's actually a high school. I mean, a school as well. And I'm actually helping with the funding for the teachers there because they're not getting paid. So I am raising funds for the teachers there at that school in Kenya. So, but that's just got started actually this month. It'll be starting in August. I'm sorry, in August.
Wow. All right, beautiful. So all this is putting together by the African Portal. Why? Because we are looking forward to celebrate the July 4, which is a public holiday in America, and also is also a celebration for me personally, and it's an Independence Day of America. So what are you doing on Saturday? What is this means to you? This Independence Day celebration, July 4. What does it mean, and how do you celebrate this July 4 in your own space?
Okay, so Saturday we are actually going to be actually celebrating here at my house. Where we'll just be cooking and just enjoying family. Not gonna be too much, just having some family over, and some friends over, where we're gonna just cook and enjoy each other's company.
Wow, wow. All right. A lot of people are talking about the independence. Can you say that this celebration is worth celebrating, especially you based in America, seeing what is happening around you and also across the globe? Can you say this day is worth celebrating?
I would say it's so much going on around the world, and it's just kind of hard to speak, like, because a lot of people say it's, well, it's actually celebrating our independence, and I don't want to get too much deep in this subject, but I just feel like that it shouldn't even have to be a day where a human has to celebrate their freedom or independence. That just should be something that's, um, you know, should have never happened. So I don't know. I'm celebrating the day, because not with my friends and my family, but when you think of the reason why it's actually a day, it kind of makes you wonder, like, why do we have to, there, like, why is it a day that a human should have to celebrate their freedom when God gave us freedom from the beginning, if that makes sense. So
No, indeed, indeed. But in the content of the freedom, what is freedom? What's your own definition of freedom?
I think freedom is just being able to, be you, without being, not disrespectful or hurting anyone, or being disrespectful towards anyone. I think that we should all be able to be free, regardless of what we believe in, regardless of our color, regardless of our thoughts, or regardless of how we look. Like, we should all be free, um, with respect, being equal as far as jobs, as far as rights. I feel like that my son should be able to go and have the same opportunity as my neighbor's son, which who is white. So I just feel like that we should all be free, in God's eyes, because God gave us the freedom. He gave us the right, to live on this earth, and I think that we should be able to do what our Creator created us to do, not what man tell us we can do, or not how man sees it. Just feel like that we should be able to live a life without being judged, based on our color or how we think or how we look. So that's
Hmm.
my whole take on freedom.
Wow, wow. Like I like that. I like your personal definition about the freedom. Let's look at Africa as a whole. Let's look at the continent, Africa. We are not Africa because we are born in Africa. We are Africa because Africa is born enough. That is what one of the great leader. That is what he said. That being
Hmm.
Africa is not because we are living in Africa. There's so many Africans living in the diaspora outside Africa. But let's look at the challenges facing the black race. Let's look at the problem that we are having within ourselves, the disunity, the
Hmm.
discomfort, and also the hatred that is happening within the African space, especially the black space. What can you say is the main reason, and why are we facing such in 2026?
I think that the main reason is us as a person. We fight with each other, and we don't sit down with each other and try to get any understanding of what the other person is thinking, of what the other person ideas are. I do feel like that we are like people that we're great. We're great in the mind. We think great. We do things well. But if we can't come together as a whole, we'll never be. We'll never be, because you got these group of black, like over here in the US, you got blacks killing blacks, and then in Africa you got the fighting over there. So if we are fighting each other, then what do you think everybody else gonna be doing? Like they're gonna be fighting against us too. So I just feel like that when we know who we really are, because we are the children of God, we are the people of God, we are some of the first people that were born, the first creation, then we need to get up out of our grave and become more than we have allowed ourselves to be. We have, this thought in our mind that we are the less, and we are, you got to come to the US to be great. No, that is not true. That you can be great from wherever you are. It's dependent on you. So I just feel like that we need to get out of this mindset that other races are above us, or we need other races to do things. Now, I'm not saying that we shouldn't sit down with people and collaborate with them. We should, but we have to know that we have it in us too to do whatever we want to do. And we need to start with that. You need to start day by day. Whatever you want to do, you need to pick what you want to do, figure out what you got to do, the resources, and start it. And I don't care where you at. You can be in the poorest country. You can be in the worst part of America. You have to start with you. And sitting down fighting with each other ain't going to get it done. That's just going to delay the process and keep the enemy going and going and going. Like, why are we fighting anyway? Because of the belief. I'm fighting you because I don't like what you're saying, or I don't like your thought or your now. What if we can sit down and we can make something good together, and we just have different thoughts, but we can still work together? Like, how you think shouldn't be the problem, or why we're not progressing because you think different. So that's how I look at it. I feel like blacks and Africans, we just need to, we need to figure it out, and we need to work together, and we need to do what's right. And doing what's right don't necessarily mean that I'm agreeing with what you're saying, but let's just do what's right in God's eyes, and for our family, and for our children, and for the generations behind us. Because we spending more time fighting than we are building.
Hmm. That's correct. We fight. I mean, we spend more time fighting than we are building. That's a very good point that you are mentioning there. So we actually we can be where we have to build to make this continent a better place to stay for everyone. We don't need to run around and say that we are going to other part of the world before we can be succeeding in life. That's one of the points that you also raise as well. That is very, very important. But thank you for that. I really appreciate that. But let's talk about you coming to Africa, because I've been mentioning this many times. Are you planning to come to Africa anytime soon?
I am planning to come to Africa. I have been invited numerous of times. It's just the timing that's been in the way. But let's pray to God. Whenever the time is good and right, I will be to Africa. But I have been invited like 3 times. I actually was invited to Ghana, um, and I'm gonna come because that's my home. That's just like my book reminds me of a lot of myself. I have to come there. That's just like you being kidnapped or you being adopted, and you're meeting your real mom. So I just feel like that Africa. I'm here in the USA, but this is like my adopted mom, but Africa is my biological mother. So I do have to come and meet her. So I will be there. I don't know the exact date, but God, in God's planning, I will be there.
Nice. Okay. Now, the book that you are just talking about earlier when we start this conversation, your book, you say it's available on Amazon. Is that
Yes, it
correct?
is. It's called A Slave on the Throne.
Okay. All right. So now for people to be able to get hold of that book, if maybe they are in the US, they don't want to get it from the Amazon, they want to get it straight from you. Is that any way to do that? Or
Yeah,
strictly from Amazon?
they can get it strictly from Amazon. I will have my website up soon, so the next time I come, I'll be able to provide that information. But for right now, they can get it through Amazon.
Okay. Okay. All right. In the absence of that, I just want you to have a very great day. I know you are in the morning time in the US, and I believe that you are preparing for the new day. It's almost 4 o'clock here in South Africa.
Thank
And
you.
Right, and I know that you are just waking up to the new day. So let me allow you to go so that you can prepare your day for this new day. But I'm looking forward to your celebration as well on Saturday, as we are going to be celebrating together. As you are celebrating your independence, I'll be celebrating my birthday. So
Your
as you
birthday.
are
Yep.
celebrating out there, so let me see what is going on in your own space there. Send pictures, send video. Let's also have a good time together. And if you have anything you want to say as an advice to people listening to you, kindly say that before you go.
Yes, I do. So first I would like to tell you happy early birthday, and I will be here Saturday. I'll take out some time Saturday to celebrate with you before I get started. But my advice to people is, I know it's just so much going on in the world. Just trust God in whatever you're doing. Just trust God, block out the nonsense, and try to stay out of these wars on the internet. Try to stay out of these wars with fighting. Try to stay out of these wars with disagreement, and focus on God, because that's the enemy's main purpose, is to keep you distracted to where you won't focus on God. And a lot of this distraction is just like, it doesn't even mean anything to us. You can see something on social media and it can say something about, oh, black people stink, or oh, black people this, and there you go responding. So try to stay out of this nonsense that the enemy is trying to keep trapped in your mind. And I myself too, I've had to stay out of it, because if you see something negative about not just yourself but the race that you are, you automatically want to be a defense to that. But we're going to have to stay out of this nonsense that's going on social media and going on around the world. If we don't respond to it, then it'll go away. But once we respond to it, it just keeps going and going and going and going and going. So just focus on God. That's the number one thing. And focus on yourself and the people that's around you. Because sometimes when things don't look good, we tend to focus on what's bad and thinking that God ain't gonna bring us out of what we're going through. So that's the number one thing. Just focus on God and love and stay at peace.
All right, thank you very much. I like that, and thank you for that advice. So, what's Natasha, what Latoya is saying right now is that you don't need to respond to all the garbage that is on the social media. It's sometimes all these things you don't need to respond to it, because when you respond to it, you give it, you give attention to it, and you make it become something that is going viral. So, not everything that is happening on the social media needs your attention. So, learn that from the conversation right now. If there is a problem happening around you where you are, and you think that it's necessary for you to talk about it in a manner that will not hurt the other. And if you see anything on social media that you think that you need to talk about, but it's going to cause a problem, rather don't bother yourself to talk about it. Just be at peace within yourself. Don't consume the information that will affect your mental health. Your mental health is very, very important. And thank you very much for celebrating my birthday earlier before Saturday. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, Latoya Walker, for joining us. And do have a very great day ahead of you, and have a beautiful celebration on Saturday. And God bless you.
Thank you so much. I love you guys. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.
All right, keep well. Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Thank you, Latoya. Bye for now.
Right. Bye.
All right. Okay, everyone, thank you for joining us. We are still here on the African Portal Radio TV International. It's a great day here in Pretoria, South Africa. We will be giving you the update of what is going on in our street. We just come in to quickly have a good time with Latoya Walker, which is been a very great conversation with her. And what we are doing right here in the African Portal is to bring the information that will bring peace to our community. We are not a part of the problem, rather we are the part of the solution. We are more concentrated on the solution than the problem, because if your focus is on the problem will sink you and you will not be able to focus. But our own attention is more on the solution part, not on the problem part. So those of you that will focus more on the problem, looking at why some people are selling drug in your country, have you ever think about how the drug is getting to your country? That is the first thing to deal with. You have to deal with how the thing is getting to your country, not the people that are selling it. That is number one. Number two, the people that are selling it as well, the law needs to deal with them. And I think it's the right time for South Africa also to have a very strict law against people that is doing wrong thing in this continent. I think it's the right thing to deal with people that is not respecting the law of the land, that is not ready to follow the protocol and the things that the country requested for. I think it's the right time for the country also to have a very strict law against all this barbaric attitude and behaviors that is going on across the continent and Africa. But we are here to celebrate this beautiful day. It's a new day, it's a beautiful day, 38th of the month of June, and the month is ending today. You are stepping to the month of July from tomorrow, and I want to also say to everyone born in the month of July, as we are rounding up this month of June, I just want to say those of you that you are born in the month of June, happy birthday to you. If you are born in the month of June, we celebrate on the African portals. We are looking forward to cross over to the month of July. This will be one of our last broadcasts for the month of June. Tomorrow morning, we are stepping into the new month of July, and the month of July is going to be a beautiful month for every one of us. That's my month. It's going to be the month of joy. It's going to be the month of progress. It's going to be the month of peace for every single one of us. So for those of you that believe so much in peace, let's be the advocate of peace. For those of you that believe in love, let's believe in love and let's be the advocate of love. And for those of you that believe in unity, let's believe in unity and let's be the advocate of unity. And for those of you that believe in progress, let's be the ambassador of progress, and let that be our song for now. Let's start singing about the progress. Let's start singing about what unites us. What unites us is stronger than what is dividing us. Love is stronger than hatred, and that is exactly what the African Porter is telling you, that let's love ourselves, let's embrace ourselves, let's celebrate ourselves, let's believe in ourselves. The continent Africa is a blessed continent. This continent is blessed with many mineral resources. We have enough. We have more than enough. I don't see a reason why Africa should be fighting no matter where you are in Africa, because the continent is blessed. But unfortunate for us, our eyes is blind to the blessings of God upon this continent. The land is big enough. The land is blessed. What is underground is more than enough for us to take care of ourselves. And what God gives to this continent is not found in anywhere else. This is the only blessed land of God. And that you are from this continent, that should be the greatest joy that you have in your heart. We believe so much in Africa because it's a blessed land. From Ghana, from Nigeria, from Egypt, from Tunisia, from Algeria, to South Africa, to Bulgaria, to Botswana, to Swaziland, no matter where you are in Africa, everywhere is blessed. And remember, our roots, our trees, all these things, God planted them, God gave them to us to also look after ourselves. Remember, one thing I used to tell you, wear Africa, speak Africa, eat Africa. Those are the things that will make this great continent a better place to live. And that will boost our economy. So let's believe so much in this. We believe in African Porter. We believe in Africa. And that is why the African Porter is there to also let you see the good of this land. And we will always showcase the good side of this great continent, Africa. We will always talk about it, and we will always demonstrate the greatness of God upon this land, Africa. So Africa is our business, and that is the only thing we consume. That is the only thing we sing on a daily basis. So for those of you that believe in Africa, and for those of you that believe in what we are doing, really appreciate it. And those of you that you are calling us to check on us, to see how we are doing during this terrible time, we also appreciate every one of you. Thank you for also looking for us and also believing in what we are doing. We really appreciate it. But keep believing in it, keep sharing it, keep talking about it, keep sending out the African Porter podcast every time you see us live. Keep sending our podcast out. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Be part of the moving train. Be part of the the great work we are doing on the African Porter. And with you on board, we know we can do it. With you on board, we know we can move ahead of the circumstances and the challenges that we are facing. So let's come on board. Let's believe. Let's do it together. Africa to the world. And that is what we are singing on the African Porter on a daily basis. As people are protesting across the country, let's do it peacefully, and also let's respect the law of the land. That is very important. Let's also believe in the humanity. Let's respect the humanity. Let's be the advocate of peace in anywhere we find ourselves. That is what the Holy Bible say. That be in peace with all men. That is the request that the Bible say to us. Try to be in peace with all men, because peace is better than war. War, there's nobody know the end of war. You can only know the beginning of the war, but you can't know the end of the war. So let's be in peace. Let's embrace, celebrate, appreciate ourselves, and let's believe so much in the great continent, Africa, the African portal to the world. This is why we're going to be drawing the curtain for today. See us again by the grace of God. The celebration still continue. Starting from yesterday, we are going to be having series of the broadcast that will be coming up. We'll be having great people that will be coming on board as well. We'll also be having conversation about issues, things happening. And if you want to be our guest, you want us to put you on the spotlight, you want to also be on our show, call us on +27842483384. Call us on that number. We will definitely give you opportunity to tell your story on the African portal. Remember, this space is a space for people to tell their story, because your story will help somebody out there. And that is what this home is all about. The African portal is all about telling African story, giving African opportunity to tell their story in their own unique way. And that is what we are doing on the African portal. So if you are out there and you want to be part of the work we are doing, you want to sponsor or you want to advertise your business, call us on +27842483384 or +27787033584. Call us on any of those numbers. Let's talk. Let's talk business. If you want us to promote your product, or you have a particular program coming up, you want us to promote it, call us on those numbers. And also, if you want jingles or you want anything that's advertising materials, call us, printing or digital, we can do it for you. That is what we do. That is our job. Our job is to promote what you are doing. So call us today. Let's promote what you are doing. To advertise your project or your product, once again, call us on +27842483384 or +27787033584. Let us talk about what you are doing. The African portal is home for us. This is where you have opportunity to tell your story. Do you have a unique story, or you publish a book, you want somebody to know about it? Bring it to the African portal. We will help you to broadcast it to the rest of the world. And this is the only place where we can give you opportunity to tell your story. Come to the African portal, the home of all, where everyone has a say. So this is where we're going to be drawing the curtain for today. I want to sincerely thank Latoya Walker for joining us all the way from Texas in America. Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. This is part of the celebration of my birthday on July 4th, and the celebration started yesterday with one of our very own that joined us yesterday. I really appreciate Nicholas Corey, thank you for joining us yesterday. And yesterday, we have a community service where we go to the community to spread the good news of happiness yesterday with Nicholas Corey. That's a big part of the project that we embark on to empower people to also reach out to the community. So that is one of the things that we do yesterday, going out there and also spread the word, good news of happiness. You can only be happy when you believe in yourself. You hate yourself, happiness will be far from you. So believe in yourself, love yourself, then you love your neighbor. That is what is here, and that is what we are telling you on the African portal. Love yourself first and love your neighbor. That is the request, and that is the great of it all. Love is the great of them all. And that is exactly what we are telling you. Love each other, believe in each other, celebrate each other, help somebody out there, put smile on somebody. Let's be the reason why somebody go to bed with a broad smile in their face. God bless you. Have a good afternoon here from South Africa, Victoria. Keep watching it, keep sharing it. God bless you. Bye for now.
wayenza imkhathakhatha yakhe izulu amayeza abumba one izulu abamnyama 2 inkosi yabisinyamalala yena uzananzelela ukuthi esikhathini esiningi siyabizwa kuthiwa singwanqobe. Mina ngikhule ngaze ngagcotshwa ngaba yinduna ngingakwazi ukuthi ngingakwanqobe, ngikwazi ukuthi ngingakwaDakamele. Bathi kukhona konke hhayi singaba kwanqobe. Uzananzelela abantu bakwanqobe abaningi ibatho bekhona laphana because ba-identifya the Chief Dakamela ukuthi bathi induna yasemanqobeni. Bami ngi-proud sibili ukukhokhelela abantu bakwanqobe ba-progressive bayasebenza sibili gadalala ukuthi isizwe sisukume. Ngisethula nje i-family history or lineage. I think ngizakhuluma nge-lineage yethu ukuthi ukhosi namba uthatha kubani. Khona ngabalwe khona abantu bakhona bazikhuluma mina nguthethe kubani omunye wakuthatha kubani. But mina ngizalwa ngo-Chief Kura Dakamele onguye ubabami. Mina namhlanje iminyaka yami engilayo ubaba wami wabhubha engangami so yena ngenhlanhla wayeselabantwana abangu-5 and still counting. Abanye asukwazi abanye belokhu bevela ngazuzitheni isikhathi esingaka wayesithethe ngaphi sibili kakhulu. But ngizalwa ngoKhura Dakamela yena ezalwa ngoBekuthemba Dakamela ongukhulu wami. Yena ukhulu wami ezalwa nguMiyenga Dakamela wayengu-senator, one of the first senators eZimbabwe. Izinduna ziqalisa ukuba ama-senators la he was one of the senators laboKhaisa laboNkalakatha I think. Yena ezalwa nguCelimbuya. uCelimbuya ezalwa nguDakamela. uDakamela ephiwe la ubukhosi ngomsebenzi wakhe awenza esizweni.